Right, I've spent the last week of my life going over every single car I've driven in Gran Turismo 7 this year to find out what is the most memorable and best cars in my opinion. And today I've brought a list down to my top 5 favorite picks of 2023. So before we get into it, I want to hear from you in the comment section. What is your favorite car in Gran Turismo 7 this year? So first up for me, favorite car, we gotta head on over to America and pick up the Chevrolet Corvette Z1 C6 from 2009. Now this vehicle, once you fully upgrade it, is honestly unlike anything else you will experience. This American muscle sports car, or whatever you wanna frame it as or label it as, is just absolutely insane. Once you fully upgraded, you are going to be left with 995 brake horsepower, a vehicle that weighs under 1200 kgs, is supercharged and is able to do over 300 kilometers per hour in what feels like an instant. And then that's all good and dandy when it comes to a straight line, but when it comes to cornering, the Corvette does not disappoint, because you are able to push it extremely hard, have not much slippage even with the vehicle having no traction control on, and just send it full speed through corners and be confident that you're gonna make it out the other end of the corner. Now all of this only costs you 104,900 credits from the used car dealership, or 120,000 if you want to pick it up from Brand Central. This car is fantastic, and I'm not mentioning that this vehicle can be engine swapped, because it can, but that's going to be in a separate video coming out from the channel. And if you don't want to miss out on that, hit that like and subscribe button. So the Chevrolet Corvette Z1, the only real downside that I have with this vehicle has to be that it kinda sucks at fuel economy. Yes, it is an absolute gas guzzler, but I mean, with this vehicle is a prime example of miles per gallon, and that is the same thing that you'll experience once you jump on over into the Camaro SS, which is the next vehicle on my top 5 favorite list of cars from 2023. So this is a 2016 Chevrolet Camaro SS, and now the reason it's on the list has to be because of the fact that this vehicle is dirt cheap, and the amount of performance that you get from it is honestly ridiculous. The Chevrolet Camaro SS, well, you can pick this vehicle up from Brand Central for a staggering 35,000 credits. That is absolute chump change. The fact that you can earn more money from a daily workout, it's mad to think about. And consider the fact that this vehicle, once you fully upgraded, will leave you with 904 brake horsepower and a weight of 1237 kgs. It is an absolute blast to drive around Kyoto Driving Park, because you're gonna find yourself sitting lap times around the 1 minute 31 second mark, 1 minute 30 second mark, which is absolutely insane for any street vehicle. And considering the fact that this isn't even a full-on supercar, for it to be setting supercar levels of performance, it's honestly something to just sit back and be amazed by. Because look, the Chevrolet Corvette that we just went over, that sets 1 minute 29 second laps dead, and this is 1 second slower. It's a lot cheaper, and it's just insane that a Camaro can go this fast. But you know what's more insane than this has to be the newest car to the game that has made its way to the list, and that is the Porsche 911 GT3 RS 992 from 2022. This is one of the latest cars added to Gran Turismo 7 with update 1.40, and this car, honestly, when I first drove it standard, I thought, oh, you know, it's kinda a bit disappointing, it's a bit dull. I wasn't really feeling like, wow, this is an amazing sports car, until I upgraded it. Now the vehicle, with it being naturally aspirated, we can take the engine and make it produce 779 brake horsepower. It is extremely lightweight, coming in at 1131 kgs, and when I tell you, it's just an extreme track weapon. When it comes to handling around corners, the Porsche 911 GT3 RS is honestly unstoppable. This is where the vehicle really shines. This is where you see, okay, where all the hype comes from with this vehicle. Because with the Porsche, we see that down the straightaway, it's not the fastest thing around. Because down KL driving past straightaway, we see that we're doing under 290 kilometers per hour. So the time that really makes up for is in the corners. The pure agility of this vehicle is unmatched. The fact that it's able to set 1 minute 26 second lap times around KL driving park is absolutely mind-blowing. Because the fact is, for me, I say that a fast vehicle is setting lap times around the 1 minute 35 second to 1 minute 30 second mark. Anything above that, you are looking at more of an OP section, a bit more on the OP side of things. But a vehicle that is setting almost 1 minute 25 second laps is truly unstoppable. That vehicle is able to just travel through corners, and you're able to sit and just push it extremely hard and be confident. The harder you push it, the more fun you're having, and the more the car just wants to go. It's honestly a test of how brave you are when it comes to driving the Porsche 911 GT3. But you know what car is even faster than this? Is the Ferrari F8 Tributo. This car, if you've been following the channel, then you would know that I've always mentioned it when it comes to testing sports cars or race cars or anything like that. Because the Ferrari F8 Tributo has been my benchmark vehicle for the longest time. And it's simply because this vehicle, it costs less than the Porsche, which comes in at 340,000 credits. The Ferrari is 330,000 credits from Brand Central. It produces more power, being 1,039 brake horsepower, and it comes in at a weight of 1,037 kgs. So yes, the vehicle has more power than it has weight, and you can really feel that. Around KL driving park, you are hitting 300 instantaneously. You brake instantaneously. Everything that this vehicle does, it does instantly, and it is one of the best experiences you can have in Gran Turismo 7, and I stand on my word. The Ferrari F8 Tributo is one of the best and my favorite cars I've ever driven since the game has come out. The Ferrari F8 Tributo is just truly a fantastic vehicle, and if you haven't tried it out, you need to. Because even at the end of KL driving park, we see that we are traveling at almost 320 kilometers per hour. Now the only problem with the Ferrari F8 Tributo has to be that it does feel a lot more sketchy to drive than the Porsche 911 GT3, and because of that, you have to fight the vehicle a bit more, and that actually slows you down a bit. That's why you might actually find yourself setting faster lap times in the Porsche 911 GT3 RS than the Ferrari F8 Tributo. But still, the Ferrari F8 Tributo will leave you with such an amazing feeling once you get done driving the car. Now, if we actually slow it down a little bit, well, we're going to be jumping into something that takes corners like an absolute dream. This is a Radical SR3 SL. Now, I know what you're thinking. This isn't the vehicle that you may have expected to see on the list, but the Radical SR3 SL is a vehicle that, look, down the straightaway, it may not be winning races or it may not be the best thing out there. However, when it comes to cornering, this is where the Radical truly shines. You're able to take corners absolutely flat out, and on circuits with longer straightaways, it may not be the best thing out there, but on very technical circuits, this is where the Radical shines. It is such a joyful experience. Car's responsiveness, its overall handling is unlike anything a road car should feel like. And I mean, look, it is borderline race car, road car, but the Radical is honestly just a fantastic vehicle that it may not be the fastest thing around, but when it comes to corners, that's where it makes up all of its time. So find a technical circuit, grab a Radical, and enjoy one of the best experiences that Gran Turismo 7 has to offer. And just a final mention, because I know this is going to be my top 5 list, but I have to do an honorable mention to the king of all kings, the Aston Martin Valkyrie. This car being the most expensive road car in Gran Turismo 7, coming in at a staggering 4 million credits. This vehicle is how do I say, absolutely broken. From the moment I saw that it was coming to a game, I knew this was gonna be one for the history books, and it is exactly that. Now, the Aston Martin Valkyrie may not be the highest top speed vehicle in the game, but when it comes to just its balance of cornering ability, acceleration, top speed, braking, this is the peak of automotive development. The Aston Martin Valkyrie coming in, I know 4 million credits is a lot, but the Aston Martin Valkyrie is the only road legal car in Gran Turismo 7 to be able to do a 1 minute 20-second lap around Kyoto Driving Park. Remember, I said 1 minute 25 seconds is mind-blowingly fast. A car shouldn't be able to go that fast. So for this to be 5 seconds faster than that, it just truly shows you that there's nothing matched to the Aston Martin Valkyrie. No matter if it's an engine swap, no matter what, the Aston Martin Valkyrie is just absolutely mind-blowing and one of the most insane, intense vehicles you can drive in Gran Turismo 7. The Aston Martin Valkyrie had to be mentioned on this list, because if you don't mention it, then honestly, look, I'm not even gonna start offending people, but the Aston Martin Valkyrie is truly unstoppable. But all of these vehicles I've mentioned on the list, they kind of all bad when it comes to fuel economy and money grinding, but you can find some really good tunes for these vehicles and set some insanely fast lap times. When I tell you, the driving experience of all of these vehicles have carried me throughout 2023 and has left such an impact on my life that if you haven't tried out any of these cars that I've mentioned on this list, you are truly missing out. And going into 2024, you are gonna regret not driving these cars sooner. So with all of this being said, if you guys did go on to enjoy today's video, don't forget, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content, and I will see you guys in the next Gran Turismo 7 video. Peace.